Tech family. Today, I'm going to introduce you to Decorilla, the online interior design company I co-founded. I'm going to share my experience using it as a client and discuss why interior designing my apartment really helped me personally. So let's turn back the clock a moment. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that late last year I moved into a new apartment. This one. It was part of my Josh 2.0 life upgrade where, amongst other things, I made a conscious decision to up the quality of my life. I'd saved money my entire life and lived frugally for many years. If I wasn't going to make the most out of life now, when was I? Anyway, I was looking for a new apartment and I knew I wanted a large second bedroom so I could set up a permanent YouTube studio. I knew straight away that I wanted to get the place interior designed. I personally find contemporary, minimal design homes so much more relaxing to be in. I'm someone who likes to spend their time achieving things. I set myself tough goals that I feel are valuable, and I feel good when I'm working hard to achieve them. I find living in a cluttered and messy home distracting, easy to procrastinate in, and hard to focus. Plus, in the limited time I have off, I want to feel the most relaxed I can possibly be. Luckily, that's where Decorilla comes in. Decorilla helps people live in their dream designer home for a fraction of the price of traditional design. Decorilla achieves this by using technology to bring the design process online. It provides clients with access to a nationwide network of vetted professional designers that are much cheaper than traditional interior designers. It also automates part of the design process to further reduce the costs. Additionally, Decorilla also reduces the price of furniture and decor you'd buy through pooled bulk buying. Most clients save more money on the furniture discounts that Decorilla gives them than it offsets Decorilla's own design fees. So you're effectively paying the same as you would have to furnish a place on your own, but through Decorilla, you're getting top design help. And it's better than using in-store design services that furniture manufacturers offer free, as Decorilla designers can shop at any furniture store. Now, let me be transparent. I'm a co-founder of Decorilla, and therefore probably a little biased, but that being said, if you've watched this channel for a while, you'll know how tough I am on manufacturers of technology that I review. I promise you, I'm even tougher on my own company. Plus, to be honest, my background is software development, and I worked with the company really in that capacity, so I haven't really used Decorilla before as an actual client myself. So, I created a project on Decorilla. I chose my favorite design style from several photos that Decorilla helped me pick through. I then selected the rooms I wanted, in my case a complete apartment. I then filled out a brief form explaining what I wanted to achieve with my design. I wanted the apartment to feel like I was on a vacation when I was in it. From the moment I stepped through the door, I wanted the experience to mimic the feeling you get when you walk through the door of a nice hotel room on vacation. Pure relaxation. Secondly, I wanted to feel connected to where I come from, Sydney, Australia. Even though I now live in New York City, I still identify as Australian, so I wanted photos of where I grew up. And thirdly, I wanted the place to feel masculine. This is the first place that I've lived in alone in some time, and I wanted the place to feel uncompromisingly me. After filling out the form, I received an email from a designer who set up my project. By the way, I was given a choice to schedule a call to describe my project, but I just used email. The designer I'd emailed with gave me a deal since I was doing so many rooms. And no, I did not get the project free as a co-founder. I had the genuine client experience including paying. After paying, I was greeted with a more detailed questionnaire. It was already partially filled out based on what I had told the designer that I'd emailed with. The questionnaire contained general questions about the design, as well as specific ones for each room. For example, it asked me what furniture stores I like. As I mentioned, I like modern, minimalist rooms. I'd been to this store Room and Board that I loved, so I mentioned that. Then I filled out specific questions about each room. For example, what items I wanted to keep from my old place and what I wanted to replace. I took photos of the furniture and decor I wanted to keep from my old apartment and uploaded it. And of course, I uploaded photos of the apartment itself. In my case, as a YouTuber, I actually made a video walkthrough and added that link to the project. After that, I uploaded a floor plan of my apartment with detailed measurements. That way the designer could be certain that furniture will fit. At this point, you'd normally receive design proposals from 2 different designers, in the form of mood boards. These give you a taste of what the place could look like based on each designer's creative vision. You then select which designer you want to work with. In my case, there was a designer I wanted based on a small project I did at my prior apartment, so I skipped this step and just went with that one. She created a mood board for each room based on what I had filled out in the questionnaire. We then used Decorilla's comment system to refine the designs. As you'd know from watching this channel, I'm extremely particular and fussy when it comes to purchase decisions, so I would often go and look at pieces she had suggested in store to check if I liked them. Sometimes I'd come back to her with photos and links to items that I'd found, asking her if she felt that they would work. It was a very collaborative process, and I was in constant communication with her. Once I was happy with the mood boards, I then received photorealistic 3D renderings of my apartment. These were super cool and helped me ensure the place looked exactly as I wanted before I purchased any furniture. Once I was satisfied, I was provided a shopping list with Decorilla's discounts on the furniture and decor. The way it works is if the furniture is from a vendor that Decorilla gets a designer discount through or buys wholesale from, you normally get a considerable discount. I'd estimate for me, it was about 10% to 20% off retail. Now, for some people who buy pieces from other brands, the discount could be substantially higher. As furniture can be really expensive, this adds up. If the furniture isn't from one of their vendors, or there happens to be a cheaper sale going on, you can just purchase directly. And Decorilla's ordering team were very proactive in telling me when they found a cheaper price elsewhere that I just needed to go purchase directly. In my case, Room and Board, where I purchased a lot of my furniture from, doesn't actually offer any designer discount, so I just purchased those items myself. That being said, being able to buy almost everything else via Decorilla was really handy. Not just because of the discounts, but also because I only had to buy from one place and didn't have to go to multiple ones. When items were shipped, I received shipping notifications from Decorilla, and when items required a scheduled delivery, I was contacted by Decorilla's customer service team to schedule. There were a couple of items I ended up returning. This was also done via contacting Decorilla's customer service team. Shout out to them, by the way. They were amazing throughout the process, extremely responsive at any hour of the day, and super sweet. Look, using Decorilla definitely involves more work than traditional interior design where a designer comes to your place. For example, you need to provide measurements of your space, and you should expect to go and try functional items like couches in-store yourself to ensure they are comfortable. But overall, given Decorilla's cost around 10% of the quotes I was getting from traditional interior designers, I think the trade-off is definitely worth it, and I'm certainly happy with the results. The bedroom I think looks friggin' amazing, and there is no way I would have been able to design it like this on my own. I'm just not creative in that way, and this room was super easy to do as my Decorilla designer literally designed the entire thing. The lounge room I had more input into, and even found some of the items myself. I love this floss floor lamp I found. It reminds me of the kind of thing you'd see at night at a beach resort. It really vibes well with the vacation feel I wanted for the apartment. And the name Musu V2 Stereo with that turquoise grille is just stunning. For the studio, my designer watched some of my older YouTube videos from the prior apartment. She noticed the light, airy feel to them and designed the new studio to carry across that feeling for brand consistency. Look, design is very subjective, but I really like where the apartment landed. That being said, there are some areas I'd like to see improve with Decorilla. For a large project like mine, I found the comment system challenging to manage. For example, my designer would often suggest a couple of furniture pieces to look at. We'd then continue chatting about other parts of the design. A week or so later, when I was in store to view the items, I'd struggle to find the specific comment with the one she'd recommended I take a look at. Also, I felt the return process should be available on the website and not just via emails to customer service. Lastly, I felt the general look and feel of the website could do with an updated coat of paint. And yes, I'm a coder, so you'll probably say, Josh, just code this yourself. But I'm spending my time making videos for you guys now, so I've passed these things to Decorilla's tech team who are addressing them. Anyway, I'll leave you off with this anecdote as I really think it sums up the level of design I achieved through Decorilla. I recently hired a cinematographer to join my YouTube team as I wanted to up the video quality. Plus, because he films a lot of the product shots now, it helps me get more out of the time that I'm investing in the channel. Anyway, I was on the train with him the other day and he asked me, "Where do you live?" I said, "The apartment you've been filming at." He replied, "That place looks so staged. I literally thought the whole apartment was just there to be a backdrop for the YouTube channel." Guys, by the time the video goes live, I'm actually out here in Arizona designing my entire new place with Decorilla because the apartment went so well. I cannot wait to show you it. It's going to be the ultimate place to produce YouTube videos packed with tech. Well, that's all for today, folks. I know this video is a bit of a change from my normal content, so let me know in the comments below if you liked it. And if you did, make sure to show your support by smashing the like button and getting subscribed to the channel. I would certainly appreciate it, and as I always say, so would my mum. Till next time, go do something awesome with your day, and I will catch you later.